Number 3 out of 9. We've got a bunch more to go, man. Hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. This is, means a lot to me, as I've said 14 times now. You guys get it. Alright. What do we have here? Orson Welles' The Stranger, public domain release. That's like falling apart. Ugh. That's rough. Let's see, but you can tell my father watched a little bit of everything, man. Just like I did. I got it from him, no doubt. Bad Boys. We still love these movies. I still love these movies, especially number 2. Bad Boys number 1 is still a really good one, though. And Bad Boys 2. There you go. You know I got these on Blu-ray. Actually, I don't think I have Bad Boys 2 on Blu-ray, which is a sin. That is a sin. I don't know if he has it in some of these boxes here, but Bad Boys 2, big movie when I was in high school, by the way. Alex Cross. Was I in high school? Nah, dude. I was in high school, like freshman year. That was a big movie. Alex Cross, a film that I don't own and haven't seen. Rob Cohen, Tyler Perry in an action role. I'm interested. I've been interested in checking this out, so I'll have to do that. We've got Sicario, a great crime action thriller directed by Denis Villeneuve. This movie just blew my socks off. Blew my socks off. Emily Blunt, Benicio del Toro, Josh Brolin. Oh, look. Looks like some nature was brought in with these movies. I don't know if that's going to focus, but nice little seedy seed there. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Great movie, Ang Lee. One that is not my favorite martial arts film in the world. I have problems with the second half of the film and the tonal shift. I get the tonal shift. It just doesn't work for me. The first half is like a wuxia homage, and then the second half is a little bit of something else, and I appreciate it, but I'm not crazy about it like most are. That may change one day. I've seen it a few times, and I always have those feelings. Gangs of New York, great movie. Martin Scorsese, love that one. Underrated. King Kong Special Edition, Peter Jackson's. Live Free or Die Hard, not a bad sequel, and this one looks a lot better after watching the Die Hard movie that no one should speak of, and I'm not going to speak of it. Anyway, Live Free or Die Hard, good movie. The Shepherd, Border Patrol, I think I have this one. This is Isaac Florentine now. I don't know for sure that I have this one, but I think I do. Jean-Claude Van Damme and Isaac Florentine. He's directed a bunch of movies with Scott Adkins, like Close Range. He's just a phenomenal martial arts director, action director. That is The Shepherd, Border Control. We've got Rush Hour 2. Man, I have many a memory watching this with the family. We love these movies. In fact, I saw this in theaters with my pops back in the day. 2001? That's right. Such a fun movie. I love this just as much as the first one. We've got The Family, which is a Luc Besson film that I've yet to see. Luc Besson and Rob De Niro. Armageddon. Recently picked this up on Blu-ray. Saw this in theaters with my buddies, actually, because it was a PG-13 movie back in, 98 or something like that? Oh, man, it's been a long time. I think, actually, this was one of those play dates, like the family, like the mom was there, my mom was there with a bunch of friends. I remember crying like a baby at the end of that one, man. That's going to be a rough one to rewatch. My Girl, which is a movie I don't have, actually. I've always wanted to give this one a shot. It's from my era, 98. I just somehow missed this movie. So, is it Macaulay Culkin? Yeah, Macaulay Culkin. Is this from, no, this is from 91. Okay, the DVD came out in 98. Looks like it may have some water damage there. No, just another crinkled artwork. So, cool. Another one I don't have. Like I said, that's always exciting. Monster-in-Law. Not my type of thing. Jennifer Lopez and Jane Fonda. I'm good. The Invisible. Oh, this movie just... I hated it when I saw it. Hated that one. Wasn't a fan. Sorry, I'm just moving things around here. $1 Million Baby. A Clint Eastwood movie, boxing movie I've yet to see. Just throwing things around now. The Other Guys, Adam McKay, that's right. The Other Guys has its moments, but it's a buddy cop comedy, and I like collecting those, and I like to see how they've evolved. I'd love to do a video on those one day, kind of starting with Rizzoli, and what's the one that I haven't seen from the 70s, but then 48 Hours really took it to the next level with, Nick Nolte Eddie Murphy. Next up, we have The Negotiator. Great movie I hadn't seen in the 90s, but somehow missed it. I think this was one my mom and pops watched without me. There were a few of those that they just wouldn't let me watch. For whatever reason. It seemed to be arbitrary, but hey, what do I know? I Love You, Philip Morris. Cool, that's actually one I've been interested... Oh, it's kind of beat up. Jim Carrey, Ewan McGregor. Man, yeah, it's a little beat up. Been wanting to check this one out, though. Oh well, it might still play. Forever Young. My father used to love that song. He was a singer his whole life in a lot of cover bands and stuff. He used to sing that one, so I hear his voice right now. He had a voice a lot like Rod Stewart. Very good voice, very good voice. And Forever Young is one that I don't have. It's going to be an emotional one watching because of the subject matter and because of the connection to my father. Whew, I don't know if I can handle it, man. A series of unfortunate events. This one I've seen years and years ago, but I don't know if I even have this, but it is the full screen version, which is a shame. Don't think I have that one, though. Oh, here's one I don't have. Get this sticker off before I show ya. Oh, I hate these. You're such a pain in the ass. Break into a million parts. The Great Santini. Elmer Bernstein music. Ooh. I believe Elmer Bernstein did the Ghostbusters music, which, you know, I bet just started playing in your head because it's that memorable. Da-dum-dum-dum-dum. Robert Duvall, Blythe Danner, Michael O'Keefe, Stan Shaw, and Louis John Carlino, written for the screen and directed by Pat Conroy book. Cool. Great Santini. A little scratched up, could be, or a little scuffed up. It could be cleaned up, I believe. Cool. Cool, don't have that one. The Cutting Edge, D.B. Sweeney and Moira Kelly. Seems to be right, this is the 90s, like, hockey figure skating movie. Paul M. Glazer, the guy who directed The Running Man, who also, I believe, was Starsky and Hutch, one of those guys. Forgive me, not my expertise, 70s TV. In good shape, cool. That's another one that I don't have. Carlos Mencia. Never a fan of Carlos Mencia. I never liked him even back in the day when he was popular, and he's also been proven to like steal jokes sometimes, so that's not very cool. Not my favorite comic in the world, but hey, my pops liked him, it seems. Alright, box number 4. All these Target boxes here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, some more DVDs. School Ties. School Ties, which is a film I don't think I've seen. Brendan Fraser, Chris O'Donnell, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. Great cast. Robert Mandel, who I believe directed Hellraiser 2, if I'm not mistaken. Perfect shape. Cool. One I don't have. Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Not my thing, and also bootleg. That's going in the bootleg pile. The Killers. Ooh, this one's going to be... Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. Katherine Heigl, Ashton Kutcher, sort of romance comedy, it seems. Well, it's beat up anyway, right? So, Mamma Mia. Oh, man. Pops. Mamma Mia? Come on. Hey, whatever. To each his own. Not my thing. Hell, I've never seen it. I may enjoy this. I'm not a big musical guy, though. Has to be very specific. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, one of my favorite films of all time, but, you know. Ooh, what do we have here? Bad. Looks like a bad disaster movie, like a B disaster movie with a B cast. And Dick Lowry, oh, this looks terrible. Add it to the disaster movie collection, baby. 40-Year-Old Virgin, I do have on Blu-ray. Good movie, good movie. I liked it back in the day. MASH, here's one I don't have. Got a nice, the 5-star collection. Remember these bad boys on DVD? I believe Die Hard had one of these, if I'm not mistaken. I think we owned it at some point. Anyway, MASH, which is a war comedy, I think. See how they... Oh, no. Got dislodged. All right, good shape on that. Oh, I see. In case the spindle is broken. Special features disc is all right. Cool. Well, it's intact. That's what's important. This is 40. Sort of sequel to Knocked Up, okay. Judd Apatow, written and directed by. I don't hate his movies. I enjoy his comedies, his style of comedy. The Internship. Not expecting too much from that, but hey, I'm growing my comedy collection, which is a part of my collection that is lacking. I'm just not a huge fan of the last, 15 years, 10 years of comedy or so. I don't know. Amityville Confidential. I think this is actually, I own... Yeah, I do have this. It's like the special features disc of the Amityville trilogy. Final Destination. You know, a lot of these... Oh, I love that. that cover there. It's got like a sort of refracting sort of look to it. One of my favorite horror films of the 2000s. It was in my top 10, I believe. And I love this movie. Love all of the final... I really enjoy all of the Final Destination movies. I love the first three. I think the first three are awesome. But number 1 might be my favorite. Number 2 my second favorite. Number 3 my third favorite. Probably goes in that order, actually. Starship Troopers, a film we love to death, and this one takes on a whole new meaning when you've learned about politics and world politics and the world around us and history. This takes on a whole new meaning. Some of you may know what I mean. One day I might talk about it. Fast and the Furious, a movie we watched back in the day together. Very cool. Not my favorite Fast and the Furious, but I'm very nostalgic for it, and I do still enjoy it. The Interview. I think I have this on Blu-ray now. I'm not exactly sure. I think I got it for like $1 somewhere, but either way, The Interview. I haven't seen the film. Italian Job. Very cool. I like this remake even more than the original. I gotta be honest, the Michael Caine one. Ooh, this is rough. Water damaged. Watch, the disc's gonna be okay. Yeah, the disc's fine. But you know I have Jet Li's Fearless on Blu-ray. Yet to see it, though. Yet to see that one. Another bootleg. What do we have? Seventh Son. Okay, so he upgraded from the bootleg to the Blu-ray, the 3D Blu-ray. Seventh Son. He must have liked this one. Looking forward to checking that one out. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Classic comedy from the 80s. Good stuff. Enemy Mine. There's a good one. Great taste, Pops. Great taste. Enemy Mine. Wolfgang Peterson flick. Very good. Very good. Has a lot to say about the human condition. Men in Black 2, a movie we loved back in the day. Still love Men in Black 2. Men in Black 1's my favorite, though. We have Shrek 2 here. My father loved the Shrek movies. I do, too. I like the first two quite a bit. It goes downhill after that, in my opinion. Inside Man, Spike Lee heist movie. Sleepers. Oof, that's a heavy drama. That's a heavy drama right there. Got to be in a certain mood to watch that. Great film, though. Great film. Very long, almost 3 hours. Austin Powers, Goldmember. My father and I, another series that we just adored to no end was the Austin Powers series. I have very fond memories of an old friend of his, Ray, who we used to trade and collect baseball cards together back in the 90s, and we loved watching the Austin Powers movies. It just such a blast. So many good memories. Millions. This is Danny Boyle. Cool. It's a Danny Boyle flick I don't have. Let's make sure... not the best of condition, but it'll play. Shrek Forever After, that's one I actually don't own, so that'll be going into the animation collection. Box number 4, done. Alright, box number 5? Yep, 5. Right, I just said cuatro. Alright, let's crack this bad boy open. Let's see what we got in here. Some more DVDs. Alright. Dudes and Dragons. I actually do have this one on DVD. I've been wanting to check that out, as a matter of fact. Les Mis. Stickers all over it. Rental stickers. Beowulf. Not a very good movie, huh? I'm okay. I'd be up to rewatch it. Hey, add it to the animation collection at least, right? 3,000 Miles to Graceland. There's one we have very fond memories of. My father and I loved this movie back in the day. And come to find out, nobody else enjoys this movie. Heist movie where a bunch of great big actors dress up like Elvises and rob casinos, I believe it was. Great opening action sequence, by the way. It's awesome. Which is actually the end of the film. It's one of those. Anyway, Kurt Russell, Kevin Costner, Courtney Cox, Christian Slater, Kevin Pollak. That's a lot of K's and C's. David Arquette, Howie Long. Yeah, this is a fun movie, man. I don't know. I like this movie. I know it's out on Blu-ray now. I think it's like a on-demand, like Warner Archive kind of thing. I could be wrong on that. Cool movie. I like it. I like it a lot. Walk Hard. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Walk hard. That's my code, my creed. Underworld. Ugh. What's going on there? It's like, I don't even know, bruh. It's like a whole nother layer of grime. Let's see, Jersey Girl. I don't know if I own this Kevin Smith film. So yeah, that'll be alright to add this one to the collection. This is very unlike the majority of his films. Actually, this is nothing like Kevin Smith's other movies. It's more heartfelt, or at least he tries for it to be more heartfelt. Not as crude. So not my favorite Kevin Smith, in other words. What do we have? Where the Red Fern Grows 2, The Homecoming. More of the, like, family-approved garbage. No offense, Pops. G.I. Joe Retaliation. Fun movie. I really like this movie and love that action sequence that is highlighted on the back. I think it's one of the most underrated action sequences of last decade. I gotta be honest. With the ninjas on the cliffside chopping each other up. Bueno. Shanghai Noon, love this movie. More Jackie Chan. You can see how big of a Jackie Chan fan my pops was. Oh, man. Lethal Weapon 3, love these movies. He wouldn't let me watch these movies until I was a little bit older in the 90s, like 10. But, so that's kind of funny. But Lethal Weapon 3, I love all the Lethal Weapon movies, especially the first two. Life as a House, never even heard of this one. I guess it's a Irwin Winkler drama, it seems. Hayden Christensen. Let's see if this one's in good shape. Oh, wow, this brings back memories, guys. He must have brought this one from Stanford with him. I got the majority of the movies when I moved out, but he definitely took some with him. So look at that, Video Hut. Now, that was the second video store that we went to. Our first, my childhood video store was Academy Video. Once that went out of business in the early 2000s, we started going to Video Hut, which you just saw the sticker for. And Video Hut soon went out of business too, and the only place left to stand in was, of course, Blockbuster, which is gone now as well, except for the one out in, like, Bend, Oregon. Either way, that brought back some memories. Video Hut. Oh, man. Great memories at Video Hut, and Academy Video, for that matter. Oh, yeah. Mel Gibson, Beyond Thunderdome. My father and I loved the Mad Max movies. Jeepers Creepers. Love that movie. Great modern horror from the 2000s. One of my favorites from that decade. American Hustle. Film I have on Blu-ray that I've yet to see. These stacks are getting high over here. The Last Kiss with Zach Braff and a whole bunch of people. Not my thing. Like I said, my dad literally watched everything. Oh my god. Yes! Forced Vengeance. Chuck Norris. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I do have this one. Not on a single disc, though. I love the artwork there, so... Oh, man. As you can tell, my father and I watched Chuck Norris growing up. Walker, Texas Ranger may have been my first exposure to the Chuck, actually, so... this one is awesome. Return to Halloween Town. Like I said, this is further proving my father watched anything and everything. This is a Disney Channel movie. Actually, you know, I might... This was... The original Halloween Town was in my era. I don't know when this one came out, but still kind of cool. The Halloween Town movie, the original was really fun. What the hell is this? Toby Keith. Beer for My Horses? What? You got me. Is this an action flick? Some violence, sexual humor, and dialogue. Language. Okay. You guys know anything about Beer for My Horses? It's like the most country thing I've ever heard in my life. Resident Evil. Oh, we shared a love for these movies ever since the first one came out. In fact, that may have been the first bootleg he ever bought from a baseball card show, of all things, in Portchester, New York. I remember it fondly. We were blown away, like, whoa, bootlegs, these movies aren't even out yet. My father was just like that, actually. And so he picked up a bunch, and Resident Evil was the first bootleg I ever watched. Fell in love with the movie, bad quality and all. Still love the Resident Evil series. Love it. Unapologetically. Y tu mamá también. So there's some foreign movies my father was watching. Spanish film in this case. This one I think I have in the collection. I believe Alfonso Cuarón. A great director. Director I need to see more from, to be quite honest, because I love his work. State Property 2. Love it! I do have this one. But State Property 2, that is a funny one to see. Oh my god, it's destroyed. It is destroyed. But I do have State Property somewhere around here. This is Beanie Siegel, Nori, Cameron, I believe, was in this. Damon Dash. This was like the Rockefeller State Property movies. Any of my early 2000s hip-hop heads would know State Property, and would know Freeway and Jay-Z. His whole clique, the Rockefeller clique, named State Property. They had two movies, actually. Next up, Devil's Advocate. Devil's Advocate, a good movie. Keanu Reeves, underrated stuff. Taylor Hackford directed. Al Pacino plays Satan. Can you go wrong? What the... There's no way my father watched this. I would be surprised. Yu-Gi-Oh! Never got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Myself, but I might add this to the collection. I don't know. I'd give it a whirl. I know nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Besides it's a card game, which I guess... Oh, this is the official rules DVD? I highly doubt my father was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Later on in his life. Hey, you never know. I think he would have told me, though. Chicago in a Blockbuster case here. Never seen that one, actually. Fracture. That one wasn't too bad. I remember watching this with an ex-girlfriend, actually, when I was out of high school. I think I was out of high school, at least. Or just getting, 2007. I was just out of high school. So, Fracture, not bad. Not a bad flick. And a box number 5. Okay. 6. Box number 6. Let us see what we have here. Alright. Nice. They're bind down, so I'm a bit surprised here as to what they're going to be. The Incredible Hulk. What's this? 83-minute animated Incredible Hulk movie? Cool. Perfect shape. Sweet. I'm really excited about that. I don't even know what this is all about, if it has anything to do with like an animated show or not. RV. Robin Williams. Hey, this might be kind of a fun movie. I love Robin Williams. I'll watch anything that man was in. Barry Sonnenfeld and Robin Williams. Barry Sonnenfeld did the Addams Family movies and a lot of great Tim Burton-esque Men in Black, of course. Very cool. I didn't know the tandem there of Robin Williams and Barry Sonnenfeld. Blue Crush. Never seen this one. Kind of interested. The Incredible Hulk. There's some more Hulk. I've seen that one, of course. I own that one on the Blu-ray. The Humbling. Barry Levinson. This is a bootleg. Never heard of this Pacino movie, though, by the way. We got Before Sunrise and Before Sunset. Some romance films by Richard Linklater. I've heard great things about these. That they sort of transcend, or they're just really, really good romance films. So I'll have to give those a whirl at some point. They've been recommended to me, believe it or not. 8 Below. My father loved the Disney live-action stuff. Always loved those movies. Haven't seen that one, actually. I think I might own it. I'm not sure. Analyzed this and that. Love these two movies. Were these Ivan Reitman or Harold Ramis? That's right. And we loved these movies growing up. We used to watch them together. Very, very good. I remember watching that movie with my parents, and there was a lot of language, and they were like, ah! Anytime we'd watch movies and there was language, my father would just start going, ah, ah! That's ridiculous. My mom would have adopted that style, too. As if it's gonna, like, make my head explode. Whatever. It didn't work, by the way, because I have a filthy mouth in real life, so... And as you guys have probably been able to tell sometimes on the show. The New Guy. I think I do have this one, but this is, not a bad one. I remember the DJ Qualls era of movies, Road Trip, things like that. Unknown, a good Liam Neeson flick. I like that one. Was that directed by the guy? Yeah, Jaume Collet Serra. Taking Lives. I don't think I have that one. Bootleg of Monster-in-Law? Really? He had a bootleg and a regular copy? Okay, sure. The Three Musketeers. That is... Okay, I thought it was a bootleg, but do I own this one on Blu-ray? I love Paul W.S. Anderson. We watched this together. In fact, this was one of the last movies we watched together in my old home. So it has some meaning for me in that sense. Legally Blonde 2. X-Men. Love the old X-Men movies there. Far and Away. Cool. This is one I've wanted. I think I might have this on DVD, actually. Not exactly sure. Cursed. There's a good one that needs a Blu-ray. I don't think this has a Blu-ray. Wes Craven werewolf movie with Christina Ricci. Love this movie. Awesome movie. Ooh. Garm Wars. The Last Druid. Cool. This is actually dislodged. I want to make sure it's... Ooh, okay. Yep. Couple light scratches. This is so cool. This is Mamoru Oshii, the guy who directed Ghost in the Shell, Masamune Shiro's Ghost in the Shell, the anime adaptation of that. This is a live action animated, like partially animated film that Mamoru Oshii directed. Sweet. I've been wanting to check that out actually because I love the director. I, Frankenstein on DVD as well. So as you can see, he doubled up on a lot of these. Air Force One, get off my plane! Great movie. We watched that together back in 97 or 98. Harry Potter. He was a big fan of these. As am I. Oh, man, I've talked about how much my father loved this movie. I have upgraded to Blu-ray now, but this is a great Great movie. He loved it. He loved it even more than I do. Than I did, actually. Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. Talk about romance done right. Doing romance right. This is how you do it. Even though it's kind of it's a heartbreaking movie. I'll just say that. But it is a beautiful movie directed by Michel Gondry. Great, great movie. The soundtrack is just playing in my head right now. Memoirs of a Geisha, full screen version. That's a shame, but my father never cared. Actually, I remember a time where my father preferred the full screen because he was like, "It's cutting off the image," but he didn't understand that full screen was actually the one that was cutting the image, not the widescreen. The widescreen was giving you the full picture, but it was different back in the day with CRT box televisions. You know, it has a different perception. Zero Dark 30 bootleg. I'm good on that. Pretty Bird. Is this dislodged? Damn it. Yeah, I got beat up. Son of a bitch. But yeah, Paul Schneider, Pretty Bird seems like a drom-com. Alright, that's box number 6.